When Donald Trump secured the White House in 2024, he did so through a specific geographic mandate. His victory was built by holding conservative strongholds and winning back the battleground states required to reach 270 electoral votes. By mid-2026, that mandate has shifted significantly. The president's national job approval average has fallen into the mid-30s. This 2026 approval map looks entirely different, showing a widespread decline in support across the country. Data from analyst G. Elliott Morris shows that the president is now underwater, meaning his approval is below 50%, in 25 states he won just 2 years ago. This fracture in his geographic base raises a central question. What does this decline look like when we move from the national average to the individual states? We can begin our breakdown in the most conservative parts of the country, deeply red strongholds like Wyoming and West Virginia. Technically, the president remains above water in these regions, with approval ratings still hovering in the high 50s. This Delta chart uses World Population Review data to measure the change since he took office. In these specific strongholds, his approval has dropped by 13 percentage points from the historical baseline. The decline is even more pronounced in the Sun Belt. According to the American Communities Project, voters in this region are increasingly frustrated by rising inflation and the dragging conflict in Iran. This visualization shows the 19-point approval drop in Florida, where the president is now underwater with a 44% approval rating against 52% disapproval. Texas and Arizona show the same downward trend, with both states sliding into double-digit negative territory. These severe shifts in the Sun Belt indicate that economic and geopolitical challenges have deeply eaten into the president's geographic base of support. To find the cause of these regional drops, we have to look past state lines at specific community demographics. Findings from the American Communities Project show that the steepest declines are occurring in the middle suburbs and exurbs. Suburban and exurban voters provided the essential margin for victory in 2024, but many now report disappointment in the administration's performance. One could argue that this is simply a generic anti-incumbent wave affecting all Republicans, regardless of their performance. However, Vermont Governor Phil Scott provides evidence that voters are distinguishing between the party and the president. This chart contrasts the president's mid-30s national average against Scott's 71% approval rating. Despite being a Republican in a deep blue state, Scott is vastly outperforming the White House. Suburban voters are specifically rejecting the president's personal performance, even as they maintain high confidence in other Republican leaders across the map. This loss of support has left the president's base confined to a few hyper-partisan pockets, largely due to dissatisfaction with the economy. This is the Pine Tree State poll from the University of New Hampshire. It shows that in Maine, Trump's net approval on the economy has stagnated at -22, with a 59% disapproval rating. These state-level approval ratings are a direct measure of voter engagement and enthusiasm. When exurban or suburban voters are disappointed, they rarely switch parties. Instead, they are much more likely to simply stay home on Election Day. As the 2026 midterms approach, these underwater state numbers represent a lethal turnout liability for down-ballot Republicans. An electoral map is written in pencil. A past election victory offers a president no permanent insulation from the consequences of a dissatisfied geographic base.